later than it should be. Ooh. I got a nosebleed 5 minutes before I was supposed to leave, so I'm 5 minutes late. Moon is still out. It's a beautiful crescent moon. Moon is like staring at me when it's so clear. It's so beautiful. So I have gotten home, I've showered, I've taken a quick little nap. I'm going to make pulled chicken sandwiches today. That's what we're having for dinner. So nice because yesterday I meal prepped for like the next 4 mornings, and I have my salad already made for tomorrow. I just gotta make some chicken to go with it. For my sandwiches today, ingredients: Jack Daniel's pulled chicken. I don't eat pickles that much, so I have a small pack of pickles. Oro wheat, multi-grain bread, mayonnaise. So I'm gonna toast mine. And frozen fries, carrots. I've been waiting for a good night to drink this. But it says, when a group of teenagers set off in the mountains for a weekend of drinking regular water in plastic bottles, they became hunted by an aluminum can of mountain water that was dead set on murdering their thirst and recycling their souls. Once cracked open, no thirst is safe from liquid death. After ritually dismembering its thirst victims, this brutal can of water used the severed body parts of dead thirst to build itself a flesh suit, which it used to disguise as a marketing to get a job in marketing. But liquid death never took the job, it just murdered a bunch more thirsts instead. That's funny. I might drink this today. I don't know yet. So I'm back. I had to pause what I was doing so that I could spend quality time with my man. My plans for tonight, so actually I'll be back. So I need to stretch. I was planning to stretch and I slept instead. I feel like that's a fair trade. If you guys get tired of me clearing my throat, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna actually make my tea right now. We're gonna make this piping hot and maybe it will burn the congestion away. So my goal is to be asleep before midnight, and it is only 6:30, so that means that I have like little less than 4.5 hours.
Phil, you might know him, you might have seen him score for LAFC in MLS Cup final.
I realized I need to unbox first because I bought something that's gonna help me tonight. First off, we got 3 of these porta-pieces, and so when I said in the last video that I bought things that have signs of me stepping into a new development in my life, this is my plant. It is called, it's like something velvet, it's like calaparis or something jungle velvet plant or something like that, but it's so beautiful. Beside that plant, I have an aloe vera plant. And before that, we had a money tree plant that I don't know what happened to it. It got lost in the move. Apparently, this plant is a needy plant. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not have the best green thumb. But I think now that I'm like more, literally because I'm more organized and I don't feel like I'm like overwhelmed with the amount of things that I see around me that I don't know where to start with, and I have like a good process going to take care of things. Because of all that, I'm not worried. But the reason why we have 3, so 1 for the room. This is supposed to be like good enough for like a regular sized room. So hopefully it works because I do not do good with the like dry air in the fall and winter times. We got 1 for another room, and then we got 1 specifically for the plants because it needs humidity. I forgot we got this. It is a set of 3, okay. Problem is too small. It actually looks bigger now that I'm taking the like foam and stuff off. A moisture meter, all for this 1 plant. Got some essential oils that can go inside of our diffusers. Also, the reason why I have to do this today, I finally got a meat thermometer. So the thing with the meat thermometer is, at one point in my life, I knew how to cook chicken, But now my boyfriend gets so paranoid that like we cook chicken for so long, and I don't want to have to do that, so I'm gonna start trying to use this. I have an update. So this is where we're at. I have water boiling for my pasta. I'm gonna cook this this one like slab of like chicken breast for my salad tomorrow. And that's about it. And I am starting my end of the night routine right now. I am definitely still building my end of the night routine. I've just kind of been doing what works for me, and I haven't really stuck to a specific list in a while. I just like yesterday decided that I was going to try to do a list again of just things that I'm already doing, but just making sure that I'm doing them, kind of holding myself accountable in that aspect. So I mean, it's 10:44, so if I take 15 minutes, because I wanted to journal and I really wanted to, what else? I still have to plan my day for tomorrow. That honestly takes me too long. It's a new thing that I've been doing and I haven't been doing it long enough, and I have so many things that I'm still building, and because of that there's a long list of things that I have to like go through and be like, okay, what is the priority, like how does this fit into my schedule, things like that. I'm definitely still practicing and learning, so that does take me a little bit longer. This is honestly helping me. It like grounds me, I think is the best way that I can put it. Yeah, like it helps me stay grounded in just a lot of things going on at once, and me just creating even more for myself. So let's talk about my plans for the rest of the week. So I have 4 days off this week. I have not had 4 days off in like half a year, so I'm super excited. But I do have a dental extraction this weekend. I'm concerned because I have this congestion, so I'm going to give them a call to make sure that like I can, first I'm gonna double check like if it's okay to take medicine. I know that it should be because I'm already anxious about it a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that they can still do the operation and stuff. They're gonna probably ask that I take a COVID test. I'm already gonna do that. My boyfriend took a COVID test for no reason, like he doesn't have any symptoms. He just took one, so if he doesn't have it, he just took it like yesterday. I definitely don't have it. I have some cleaning that I'm going to do today, and self-care tonight, some writing and editing, which is really nice because I've been working so many doubles the past 2 weeks that it's just nice to actually have the night to myself. On Thursday, I have some running around and errands that I need to do. Let me share with you guys. So look at my salad. I have avocado in there. I have a full lime seasoned chicken breast. Look at that, cooked to perfection. I got an egg, I have lime, I have broccoli, I have cheese, I have carrots, spinach, kale, croutons. I'm eating good, and the thing is I need to start soon because I barely finished last time. Like this chicken breast, like it just makes me happy, like that I cooked chicken and I did it right, and I'm not gonna like get food poisoning. Yeah, and like I made myself a boiled egg. I don't even know the last time that I made boiled eggs, honestly. My coworkers, my amazing coworkers, brought food. I was kind of hurt because like I just see them walking in with like boxes, like a crumble cookies box and a cafe box, and I'm like, so they just planned a little party for their shift and didn't decide to tell anyone. A piece of a crumble cookie. This one on the bottom is like a taro roll, and then this middle one is like a taro muffin with like a creamy taro filling. I'm really excited to try them. Well, it's 7 o'clock. Tonight's gonna be a really simple night. I have some laundry that I want to do, that I'm going to do, and be honest and open. It's a large buildup of clothes, and I've like been picking away at it. Living without being settled in is pretty difficult. It's something that like, it messes with your organization, it messes with your like ability to, like, if you don't have certain places for things, like they just float around sometimes. We don't have like any storage space right now for folded clothes. We only have like our closet, and I don't think we even have enough hangers for all our clothes. We still have stuff in boxes in luggage. So I kind of want to knock it all out tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen, because again, I want to contribute to that community. I want to speak on and to contribute to the images of like what's normal and what mental health looks like, and what it's like to be building your routine in your life. And it's not always like a perfect image of cleanliness and minimalism and whatever else that you can imagine.
I want to help you. It's really not. But for me, I always there's a bridge between
and beginning the process of getting better.
yeah.
Because this film is about you, and I feel like I have to pretend everything is great even when it's not. I'm trying to land these massive ideas
Right.
and also tell the story of your life. We're on a green screen, we're not in your office, and I'm literally wearing a wig right now to make it look like it was 8 months ago when I had this haircut, and I literally have like
If there's a failure or a big success, by the way, either way, you're gonna keep going.
And 21 rebounds. He's been playing like a beast. Lonnie Walker take on the Warriors tonight. And I think that game's at 7 o'clock on the Malachi. Let him know.
Call 911.
So I'm headed home. That was a rough shift, honestly. I don't feel any type of sickness. It's just that my throat and like my like breathing system feels so dry and just fucked up. Like I'm not sneezing a lot. I just feel like super dry. Like it was hurting to breathe in a way. But other than that, like I feel like I would be fine. I've been wearing masks. I took it off and like my nose is bleeding. I've gotten 2 bloody noses in the past 3 days. So I just took a steaming hot shower. I have not eaten yet, and I'm definitely dehydrated, so I was feeling dizzy at the end, but I'm gonna lotion up. I shaved, I washed my hair. I want to do a face mask. We'll see if I get to that, but I'm going to eat. I'm finally gonna open that can of liquid death, see where it's going for. So we're about 8 o'clock into my Wednesday night. Okay. I don't know if it's because I'm thirsty, but it's actually pretty good. Ignore the nasty sounds I'm making. This is strange. It's like, it is oddly refreshing. It's got a very light flavor. So I tried another one and it has like a very strong initial flavor, and then like the after flavor is sweet, and the in between is like that like sparkling water, like bubbly taste, but it's very like it was smooth. This one tastes like that, but way smoother. Like the flavors through the whole experience from the first sip, I gotta sip it again, from the first sip to like afterward is way smoother. So I think that's just the quality, because the one I got, kind of like a off-brand, I guess you could say. So this is good.
Yeah, Harry's good. No, well, I think all the teams have got the same.
Oh.
I had a pretty nice morning. I was able to actually sleep in and then get a full night of rest, and then watched a World Cup game. Did some more editing and going through some videos, and then I found myself falling asleep, so I took a nap. However, I have been waking up like every hour with just a terrible coughing fit, and it still just feels like congestion. So time to make some tea, some mullein leaf. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, honestly, but that's what I have. I fell asleep under the sun. It felt so good. It's windy outside and we have trees around us, so like the sun was just beaming on me, and I have grown up falling asleep under the sun. I could probably lie under the sun for hours on hours, so it felt really, really good for me. Trees were just blowing in the wind and I could hear them, and sometimes the wind would slow down and it would just be like a swing of like the leaves, but it was very, very peaceful. I thoroughly enjoyed the past hour. I was in and out of sleep, but it was peaceful. It wasn't like a bad way. I think the congestion medicine is helping a little bit, because now the congestion doesn't feel so, like, if you hear that, that's so disturbing to hear. I'm sorry, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel as bad as it was earlier. Earlier it was just bad. Like I felt like it was my entire respiratory system. So it is 12 o'clock. We just clocked in at the 65th minute on the USA game. We have been slowly making progress on our house today. We have sinks in our bathroom. I cleared out the room next to us so we can start putting down floors. I am severely lacking in motivation right now. This did not take me this long when we were doing it the first time. And we've taken like a 2-month break, and we left like 2 rooms to just do later because we were so exhausted and tired. But I seriously am lacking motivation to do this. So I decided to kind of give a little update, see if maybe recording will help motivate me, make it a little bit more fun for me. I feel like since I was supposed to have my surgery, my body was expecting to relax, and now I'm like doing work, which is fine, but my body's just kind of like, I wasn't planning for this, I didn't want to do this, and I don't blame it.
Simply White?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's on one
okay,
piece.
that one too. Simply White is
Extra.
paintpeople.com, and this is Color Code, cracking the code on.
So we have cleaned up, we've put up some decorations, we've gone to look at paints for the 40th time this year. My boyfriend brought these home from his job. They're like brownie cookie pieces because they are very good, and I have a very bad habit. It's like there's like a pastry that's just sitting out. It tempts me a lot. So I'm back. It is Sunday, so I had an unfortunate turn of events Friday night where my phone had not been uploading pictures for however long, so I had 250 some pictures and videos that needed to be uploaded. so my phone thought I had no space. I do have a lot of iCloud storage. I just had to mess with it quite a lot to get that going, so that's why I haven't been recording. So I am currently getting my bathroom ready to be painted. We are turning the electricity on and off, so that's why the lighting is going to be changing in and out, but that's what I'm doing right now. I wish I had more content of the house because I have a ton of when we first moved in, but I am not getting to editing that for quite a while. And until then, it would have been nice to throw it into a vlog, but I did my best. And with that being said, later tonight, I do have some developments on kind of what editing has been like because I had to experience that. It did force me to kind of organize a bit. And then I have my reflections for the week, but until then, I need to get started. So I am doing a self-care night. This is something that I've definitely been wanting to do. It's just that I always tend to unprioritize myself, as I've mentioned before. So I think I needed this. I cannot find the one brush that I have, but my hair is not messy at all. But I'm going to put some leave-in in, some oils, if you're wondering about the products that I use. And so for me, my curly hair journey was so difficult and long, just like probably every other curly girl in existence, unless you had like some magnificent luck. But right now I'm using Carol's Daughter, so I've jumped around from brands so many times. It is actually unbelievable, the amount of money and products that I feel like I have tried throughout my life, and I know I'm not alone in that. But I love this stuff. So if you are looking for something, I've always stuck with leave-in conditioners from a very young age. I do not use hairsprays or anything like that. I do use gels to do to handle flyaways and stuff like that. But oils and leave-in conditioners seem to really have a strong impact on me and my hair health. Also, really quickly, I am going to be putting coconut oil in my hair. So funny story, I used to use coconut oil to style my hair, and it stopped working after a while. I recently, I mean a week ago, I put some oil in my hair for a 1-week treatment, and I feel like that's probably really good for it. So I am going to be doing that again. I cleaned up the facial hair on my skin. I know I'm gonna need to go get a wax, but we are not worried about that today is essentially what I'm saying. I was going to braid my hair. I think I'm still going to. So I truthfully do not know how long it's been since I've done a face mask. I think I did one in the summer, but just with moving and everything else, it has been a while. Lastly, I have this little eye cream. I don't have a moisturizer for my face right now. Where is my toner? So I do not have my toner with me right now, which is fine. I do have this little eye cream that is another part of my routine that I have not been very good at getting back into doing. As I've it's got blue juice. I don't know if this is safe to use. This was expensive. So, okay, so I have kind of wrapped everything up. I really absolutely despise the lighting in my room. I have to put my camera in one particular way so that the light is not half on my face, making one eye look bigger than the other, and just not very complimentary to me. I'm going to try and get to sleep by 11:30. If you have watched any of my videos this far, you know how difficult it is for me to do that. However, that's the goal. So I am going to share some of my content creating experiences thus far, some of the things that I've learned this week, my observations, things like that. Then I'm going to go on to do my weekly reflection that I've been trying to do, that I think is going to be really helpful in moving forward and continue to develop off of my habits and things that I've observed in myself and my routine, my weeks.
So I decided to move back into the bathroom so that I could get some better lighting, because I realized I was gonna have to continue to talk and the bedroom just isn't working. To start off with, what ended up happening is I had what I'm just gonna call a video overload. And I had 230, 250 some videos that had not synced to my iCloud and were just taking up space on my iPhone. I go to record and I get told that I have no space, and I was very confused because I do have a ton of iCloud space. Experienced this before in the past, and I was frustrated while trying to find a resolution because I was scared that I was going to not be able to continue to make videos and constantly run into this problem. My phone, I got a new phone, it has a lower storage space than my previous phone, and I had my previous phone at a higher storage space because I knew that I take a lot of videos and things like that, even with iCloud and things like that. Like, I just remembered that one experience a few years ago, and I just didn't want to experience it again. So I was frustrated. I mean, I was thinking about like cameras, hard drives, SD cards. How can I prevent this from happening, basically? So that was just kind of the first part. If you ever run into this problem, I cleared up enough space that it was able to use the space to be able to download and sync videos to the iCloud. So that's basically what ends up happening if you have like iCloud storage and your phone says that you don't have any storage but you're still trying to take more videos and pictures. You need a certain amount of space in order for your sync to actually work at all. I also figured out that because I wasn't connecting to my house Wi-Fi because we were having issues with it, that it was happening slower every night when it was supposed to be just syncing and I was just start fresh the next day. So it just wasn't happening at all sometimes because it was stopping the sync because of my battery being low and things like that. So just details that I now know to pay attention to. In my experience, because I have what you would consider like artistic projects in my photos archive, my biggest not my biggest, but something that I have had to work with and try to find a solution to and have been working on for probably months now is my organization when it comes to my photos and videos. And it was super difficult because when I first began to explore digital, virtual, visual projects, it was something that I was just kind of doing without like the bigger plan fully being in place. And the plan meaning I have like what I'm doing, what it's gonna look like. Like I was just kind of creating and like catching moments, trying to like document things without being sure of when I would actually get to working with said footage or said pictures. And to say the least, I have a lot of content and I have a lot of just stuff that I have been wanting to work through and not knowing where to start, where to like put it, how to begin editing, all sorts of things like that. So when I started seriously vlogging for YouTube, it was something that like kind of gave me a headache. I'm someone where something, if it bothers me, if it's like something that I look at and I'm like overwhelming, but I need to handle it so that I cannot think about it, it will sit at the back of my head and it will just annoy me, and it will like my mind will work at it until I find like some sort of solution and I can implement it. So it was definitely something that was frustrating me. And when this whole my phone ran out of storage thing happened, it was like a perfect opportunity because I am 3 weeks into vlogging without having posted anything, but the past 3 weeks I have been vlogging and I have all these videos that I did not even have like a folder for, and that is just an organizational learning as you go sort of thing. So I have finally just organized everything into folders and am able to start like going through them. I mean, I've already been editing and things like that, so it's not like that has been delayed by that. It's just one extra step that makes things so much easier. For me, I am so OCD about certain things, and it took me a long time to realize that it was OCD of just like the smallest detail. If I say I create a folder and it's for X and I have something that does not fit into X but like could fit into X, it bothers me because I want it to either fit in X or not be in the folder at all. And otherwise I want a different folder for it. I want something that's like X, Y, and Z and fit in X, Y, and Z and then have X individually, Y individually, Z individually. So it's just something that I have to work with in the way that I think and things like that. But I have kind of changed like my end of the night routine, or even how like I'm recording videos throughout the day and how I'm trying to organize as I go and just make it that much easier for myself. Just finding something that is consistent and makes it easier for myself in the future is something that I think a door that's been open for me. What kind of comes out of all of this, right, is that I realized, learned that it's all a process. So when it comes to anything in life, honestly, and that's something that I firmly believe, there is a trial and error process of experiencing things, going about a certain way, reflecting, changing, rinse and repeat, and it's not any different for, in this situation, content creation. So I am definitely no big content creator, but I have been working consistently at finding where I fit in that world for a while now, and I think I can. If you're in anywhere the same boat, just don't forget that it is a process, that you have to learn what works for you. You have to realize that what works for everyone else is what they have found to be successful. I have been thinking about getting a camera. That's something that I am going to actually wait to invest in, that I decided. Once I'm going, and if I'm going somewhere, or if I find that like I've maxed out the potential that I have with my phone, then I can level up and actually invest into something better. But until then, I'm just going to be sticking with what I have, which I think is not a bad idea whatsoever. I also thought about loading onto my computer and loading onto maybe a hard drive, something like that. It is something that makes me paranoid and nervous. I have a natural instinct to just imagine that the worst thing that could happen is like I load it onto there and it breaks, or it stops working, or malfunctions, and then I just lose all that work. So definitely makes me nervous to like not have it on a cloud or anything like that. So I don't know quite how I feel about that yet, but it is something that I considered and thought about. So that's kind of where I'm at with the content creation. Editing wise, I will share, I think it's going really well. I am barely in the beginning stages, but this week I'm so nervous. This week I really want to get a video out. I am definitely nervous because I was thinking about it before I started recording right now, and I realized like, hey, like I really actually need to like get going on that and post something, and just the immediate nervousness that came in, and I'm gonna still do it. Because I mean, nerves have never been anything to stop me, but it was just funny because it just caught me so off guard, because I know I've been wanting to do it, and I know that's like the obvious goal. But yeah, it just the feelings definitely caught me by surprise. So editing wise, I have definitely just kind of been dallying about. I think I definitely had a change in the way that I've been recording, and the change in the confidence of knowing like I don't have to take super long videos. I don't know how many, like have to take so many extra videos because I don't have the space. And now that I've seen my own videos and seen kind of how they look and things like that, it's definitely something that's a part of like the editing process that is nice to see, and just a change with already only doing so little editing wise. Doing all that, seeing all that, and then being able to like immediately see a difference in this process that I've been doing and practicing for 3 weeks was actually really cool. It was really like, it's just cool. I think it's like fulfilling and satisfying in a way. So I think I've covered over everything that I have going on editing wise. Just gonna continue to work on it, and then the goal is to get a video up. So that's what I have going on. I am going to get started on reflecting on my week, working on myself, planning my upcoming week, and just continuing to build. As always, if you have gotten this far in my videos, if you have been watching my videos, there is such a deep appreciation in my heart. I hope you truly take something from this. I hope that I in some way motivate, inspire, help you. Something that is really important to me that like I've always wanted to do in content creation, if I were ever in the position, would be to bring a like dose of honesty with myself. I want to be someone that if you're watching me, you can grow along my side and you can see me growing, because I'm definitely in a state of my life where I am still growing, I'm still developing, I'm still building. I do not have it all together whatsoever, but I am doing my best. That's truly just one of the biggest things that like motivate me and motivate the reason and the way that I record my videos. It is sometimes, as I've learned over the past 3 weeks, difficult to share the amount of honesty that I aim to show sometimes, and it's something that I still have to like, sometimes I do like filter and not share everything, and I feel like that's okay, but I'm always aiming to do what I can. That's the best way that I can put it, to expose the process. So it's all a process at the end of the day, and back to the main point, if you take anything from that, I'm truly happy, I'm truly glad. I appreciate and I love that you're here. I love you. I hope that you have had an amazing week. I hope that you have everything that you have working for you, or anything that you've invested your time into coming back to you. I really just want to put out and send good energy out your way. So have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world while you're watching this.